Okay, here we go. I'm ready to do this. It's Friday night, the 7th of August, and day 220 of my Living the Dream Journey to Business Alignment. After uploading last night's video journal entry onto my YouTube channel, I took the time to watch it to see how well it flowed back and forth between the full screen and the shared screen. I have to say, I really liked it. One thing I didn't like, however, was the fact that I didn't explain why I was looking up sometimes. And I've got a second screen right up above there, and then my main screen here. And because I have those two monitors that I work with, one my laptop monitor and the other is the monitor that's on a shelf ledge that my desk has above the laptop. And so that's why I look up there sometimes. I am going to try and not to do that very much this time around, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, my power statement that I wrote down last night for this morning said, I'll plan out what I want to show during each of my video journal entry recordings, including setting up any websites I want to show you and the links that I want to play and recordings that I want to play a few, and on my website pages that I want to show you, or any new program I've learned and discovered things about that I want to do a little tutorial on what I've learned, as well as any tips that I might want to give you. And so then I can use Zoom screen share doing that just like I did last night, so I'm excited about that. So let's show you the to-do list that I had for today. It's a little short right there for Friday. I got it all done, and I'm going to talk about each one now. My first most important task was to communicate with Fahad about building out a separate temporary page for the form that ties to the focus group YouTube ad, so that when people click on the call to action button, they are brought to that page to fill out the form and get their free gift link that opens up and starts playing the Going to the Movies podcast. This way YouTube ads call to action link can show my website name on it and not some long convoluted constant contact link. It looks so much better. So once I have that ready to go, bam, I'm going to launch my YouTube ad. The fun task was to start on the About page so that I could have it ready for when Fahad can start working on it. And my exciting task for today was to have Fahad start working on getting the homepage built out. And I also wanted to start having working on the About page that I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and hit share on this and click on this right here. I'm going to hit share. And I'm going to go ahead and hit down here. And I'm going to show you. That's not the one I want. Right here. Oh, it went away on me, so I'm going to pull it up. There we go. Hopefully you can see it now. All right. As you can see, this is my home page here that I've got for the home page. And then I have one that is for the About. See, that's grayed out there. It looks the same, only when you hit About, boom, it comes to the same page, but it has this grayed out and has all the same information on member login in the search bar and everything up here. And I don't need to have that there. That goes away. It says, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Coach B. And there's a video that I'm going to do and put right there. And then that's a link that starts to play it. And then a little story that I say about myself. So it's all about how this all came about, signed by Coach B. And then I have watch a video on scared or unsure how to market your business. I've got you. Click below to watch a free video clip from lesson 12 or step 12, marketing your business. And there's the new look of that picture with the step 12, marketing your business. So they can click on that and start. And I've got a video clip that says part of it that I'm going to share with them. Julie Mann is a customer that a business consultant that I've had as her business consultant for 11 years. Anyhow, that you can click and it keeps bringing them on. So that's what I want to have put there. And then signing up for the Good to Know Monday tips. And then the little media connections, social media connectors. So this is the About Us page. So I'm going to do a video on that, describing this for Fahad and shoot that off because he already has one for the home page. So I'm so excited to have had that and got that done. It's just exciting to see it all coming into play here. So guess what though? Fahad contacted me. I'm going to go ahead and get off the share. We can go back here. There we go. Fahad contacted me saying that he was feeling much better and that he was ready to start building out the pages of my website for me. Now, Fahad also said that he would do the homepage, listen to this, for just $35. So just think about that. If I had 10 pages like that to build out, and he said he would do each one of them for the $35, that would be only $350 for the website built out. And if it takes him an hour, that's $35 an hour, not the $50 or $75 or $100 an hour I've paid before. And if it takes him 2 hours, then it's only $17.50 an hour. It's just incredible. So if I had those pages all ready to go, it wouldn't be $350 to $500 to get them all done. So of course, I think some of the other pages are going to be more involved than that one, but we'll have to wait and see. As Fahad sees each one, and I do my video recording and explain that, he'll be able to give me a bid like he did this one. In addition to this home page and the about page, like I said, I also want to have him build out a really simple separate temporary page that's just a form page. And if I go back to sharing, I can make sure you follow what I'm saying about that. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to hit share. I want to show you something. If I can go to my website right here. Let's click on that. Let's click on any one. And that's not the one I want to click on. I want to click on this one. And there's my Living the Dream page. And so if you look on that, there's the form. I can have a page that doesn't have all this stuff. In fact, I can even have it right here and just have a form on that with a little bordering of it, that kind of thing. So I'm going to try to maybe see if you can get that whipped out really quick for me. So I'm going to start sharing that there. Come back to here. So once I have that form page ready and working on my website, I'm going to launch my YouTube ad. Anyway, let me go through my end of the day success routine questions. Croy says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Power. Check. Were you productive throughout your day? You see all these pieces coming through the portal of my mind into the world of fiscal. Bam, bam, bam. It's like that little video transition, all those little pieces exploding and coming out and making up the picture. All those pieces are happening and manifesting right here in the world of the physical. Did you get the most important things done? Yes. Did you move your goals forward? Yes. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? Basically, I showed up kind and happy and excited and spent most of my day up here and then had a lovely evening with my wife, Kathleen. So yes, we had personal time together and we were present for each other. In summary of these get honest with yourself questions, I asked, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your commitments and promises you made this morning? Well, this morning I basically promised myself that I would get the about page all designed and ready for Fahad to look at and to then give me a bid on the about page. And if I had time left over, I was going to do the overview recording of the about page as a Zoom video for Fahad to help understand what he's being asked to do and give me that bid. So bam, done. He now has the assignment of all three of these pages, the home page, the about page, and that special form page. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your true amigos put into your screen of your mind, loaded them up, put them on the screen throughout the day today? And if so, what were they about? Well, my must-see TV favorite 5 movies are always there, are my go-to movies, of course, every morning. But this morning, my 2 amigos loaded up a few instant pre-played movie clips on my imagining screen of my mind. And I imagined Fahad designing the website and these pages and seeing how the buttons worked and how the videos would launch up onto the screen and how people reacted to watching them. It's just, you know, imagining success is a fun thing. It's getting quite exciting. My next question I asked myself, and I ask myself this every night, is what one thing would make all the difference going forward? Another way to say it is, what's the one thing you'd want to get done tomorrow? Even if you're doing went sideways trying to get it done and getting it done, you'd still feel like a success. Well, and if you figure out what that one thing is, then you put it into a power statement. Well, the one thing that's going to make all the difference going forward for me, I think, is staying steady as I continue to design all the pages for my website. Bam, 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 so that I can have Fahad build them out one at a time and get them live and up online. And so my power statement I came up with for tomorrow said this: I will stay focused on investing my time each and every day, designing each of the web pages for my website until it's all designed out, and then continue to work with Fahad until it's all up and ready to go and live. Wow. So there you go, people. I'm so excited that I'm already moving forward with my website getting built out. It's going to be a great game changer in terms of me being ready to take on new beginner entrepreneur clients and signing them up and all that. I'm very close to having finished all of the tiny, back burner tasks that I have been writing down and I'm wanting to get done that I need to get done before I launch my YouTube ad. So I'm excited about that. I'm thinking that it'll be very shortly, and possibly if I don't get it ready to go by Saturday, I know that Monday I'll be able to launch the ad. So that's what the focus is. Next, I want to answer the question of that I came up with, were there any mistakes or failures that I had today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, I didn't really make any mistakes today. I didn't have a failure. I will say this, though, that I would have liked to have had the branding font that I finally found later on, months later, available for when I did the graphics for the 12 lesson videos that I recorded early on. So I could have those come in instead of what comes in. That's close, but it's not the exact same. I said lessons a lot in those videos as well, and so I can't use that term 12 steps, sequential steps. I have to say 12 sequential lessons, and that's okay. So I'm just going to use the steps word going forward and all the other things, but not worry about those 12 lessons and the graphics and that. The next question is, what's your biggest success today, Marty? What did you do well today? Well, my biggest success, I think, for today was the fact that I have put together a short list of final tasks. It's right here, right on that list, a final task that I need to get done so that I'm all caught up and ready to do the focus group overview calls when they start coming at me, when I launch my YouTube ad, as well as be ready to do the focus group launch with this experience I'm having with Zoom. I'm going to be ready to do that. Both of these hinge on me getting those 10 participants identified. So I'm looking forward to sending and launching that ad out in the universe. The next step in my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. And so I gave today a 9. I gave it a 9 because I worked at the speed of 9 today, almost 10, but at speed of 9. And I'm checking off these lesser important tasks one at a time. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting on top of things and I'll cut up. And here's all the Zoom recordings. I got them all done today. So bam, those are done. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle found in the book of Job where it says, the thing that I have feared has come upon me. Let me repeat that. The thing that I have feared has come upon me. In my life, I have seen this truth demonstrated time and time again. Often when we have traveled I've gone with groups and do travel for business. While sitting in the plane, I have encountered folks who have complained bitterly when the stewardess neglected to serve them their coffee or whatever. She passed by me, they would snort. She served everyone around me and left me sitting here, unserved. But it always happens to me, he says. I fully expect it to happen to me. Well, sure enough, on the return flight with an entirely new crew, the stewardess not only forgot to bring this guy his coffee, she forgot to serve him his meal. Fiery mad, he pressed the call button. I'm so sorry, said the stewardess. I can't imagine how I overlooked you. They all do it to me, he told her. They all do it. And then you realize Job was right. Anyway, the next thing I'm grateful for, once again, is the law of habits, which says we first make our habits, and then our habits make us. Wow. We all should know by now that it's our choice and ours alone as to what we will do with the rest of our lives. I would also be bold and say that we all should know by now that whatever we think, we will eventually become. And all that we want to become, all the power and abilities we need for becoming that, we already have within us. Then what are we waiting for? More often than not, it is fear of taking a chance on ourselves. It's called the Jonah complex. If we're living in our own little comfort zone, performing unchallenging tasks where no one will ever hassle us, taking no risk, facing new problems, never concerned about growth or testing our potential, I ask you, is this living? Of course not. We need to get on and stay on the path to live in the dream, and that requires some risk. Next, I'm grateful for a man by the name of Roy L. Smith, who said, the successful business owner is the one who finds out what is the matter with his business before his competitors do. Roy L. Smith was a famous American clergyman who served the largest Methodist church in the world, located in Los Angeles. He wrote syndicated newspaper columns, a number of books, and was the editor of the Christian Advocate. Here's one more of his many quotes. The man who cannot believe in himself cannot believe in anything else. The basis of all integrity and character is whatever faith we have in our own integrity. Wow. Isn't that a great one? Anyway, it's a great thought to end the night on of my journey to business alignment. And so as I pursue the path of living the dream, I want to step back, tell you I'm going to be back here tomorrow night at the same spot. And until then, I wish you continued success. Good night. Stop that.